Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're located in the world. Please let us know. If you are new, thank you. If you've come back, we're going to keep continuing talking about some more work at home jobs, opportunities, things that pop in my head every now and then that I'm thinking about. So today we're going to talk about starting an online business at home. And this is usually the moms do this because they're raising their kids and they don't want to go back to work, but they need some money to help their husbands or just for themselves, whatever the case. But I was thinking about this, and I've tried some of these jobs too, by the way. Not all of these are MLM schemes or pyramid schemes, but a lot of them are. So we're just going to talk about, can you create wealth from these? So that is basically what this is going to be about, because that's the goal, right? To create wealth, so that we can not have to get up and go do something every day. We can just lay around and take our time, and not that we can't do anything in life, because we want to have purpose in life, right? So we want to have purpose in life, and we want to do something that we enjoy doing. And I'm going to make my head smaller here. There we go. We want to do things that we enjoy doing, but we want to do it when we have time too, right? So these are some of the ideas. Okay, and I don't meet a lot of men that do these, but I'm sure there are some men that do it. If you are a man and you do these things, let us know below. If you have a link to one of these, I do not personally I'm not doing any of these right now. I have tried them in the past, so that's what made me think of this. Would I do it again? Maybe, maybe not. We'll get to that later. But mainly it's a lot of women, because it's a lot of products that women use. Okay, so the ones that I found that are pretty legit and not necessarily a scam: Pink Zebra, which it does a lot of the candle stuff. Scentsy does a lot of the candle stuff. Mary Kay and Avon. What Avon can be has grown to more than just, let's click on their website here. Did I pull it up? More than just makeup, but that's what they started off in. So you could get some guys interested in doing this. So now they're selling earbuds. I mean, they sell all kinds of things, but they started off with the beauty. Let's see what else they have on here. But Avon has been around forever. I do have a friend that does Avon. Can't find my thing. Pillow Talk is like lingerie and exotic items. 31 is bags, all kinds of bags, if you like bags. Insulated bags. Now, I have not done this. I do have a friend that does Mary Kay and also Avon. Two different friends, by the way, that do these. Let's go on Mary Kay and see what Mary Kay is up to. Or did I not pull up Mary Kay? I did not pull up Mary Kay. I didn't. This is 31, and this is Scentsy. I didn't pull up Mary Kay, but you can do that. You can pull up Mary Kay yourself and check it out. Okay, go online if you want to become a consultant on all these. There are a lot of downsides. There's more downsides, in my opinion, than positive. The positive is you get to work at home and create your own schedule. You can also have parties. I mean, if you're an extrovert and you love to have parties, you need an excuse to make a party or get out of the house or whatever, or get together with your friends, then you might love this job. The girlfriend that I had that is doing Avon had a different one every 2 or 3 years, just because she loves to party. She did Pampered Chef, the exotic thing. She's done Avon. She did a candle company too. There was another candle company that I can't think of, not called Scentsy, but she sold those candles too. I mean, just an excuse to have a party. So if you like to party and you're good at selling, and if you like to party and be around people, you might not even have to sell. It might sell itself. That might be your gift. So you need to figure out what your gifts are, what you enjoy doing, what you're talented at. And if that's your thing, then, this might be good for you. Now, my cons and negatives on this, of course, is you're going to have to put in some money to get your inventory, and some of these are a little pricey. I think 31 is only like $100, but 31 also requires a monthly. They also require sales of like 250 every quarter, I think it is. Correct me, anybody that does that below. 31, I think, does a quarterly payment, or it could be monthly. If you don't sell a certain amount of money to stay active. Now, I have done Sigency too, but I'll get on that. That's the lip sense, and they do makeup and stuff too. Tracy Lynn is a jewelry one that I forgot to put in that list, but they're also, if you like jewelry, and some of it is costume jewelry, then that might be for you. So you also need to like your product, by the way, because if you don't like it, you're not going to be able to sell it. It's going to be like, oh, okay, whatever. Okay, you need to have some storage space for some of this inventory, and I'm thinking mainly for 31 because some of those bags are pretty huge. And if you have to keep buying all this inventory, and I've done an online store before where I used to sell on eBay, and I used to buy wholesale products from a place and just store this in the house, it can become overwhelming. It can take over an entire room pretty quick. So those are the things you need to think about. It also can be time consuming because you have to market your stuff. You need to go on Facebook. You could probably do these YouTube videos. A lot of people do these YouTube videos now, and you have a lot of places to market. You don't have to just do parties. You can have the parties online and just do Facebook or YouTube parties. I don't know about TikTok and Instagram or Twitter. I don't know if they have those type of things, but I know you can do them on YouTube and Instagram for sure. So, but the thing about online parties is you're not going to be able to smell, feel, and touch your products, and that's a good way to get people to sell. A good way to sell is to have people touching your products, because if they touch it, then they already have I don't know what the word is, but if they touch it and smell it, they get attached to it. And with the candles and stuff, it's important that you get them to smell it. It's like the Bath and Body products. Once you smell it, it can be enticing and you'll want to buy it. So the online parties may work once in a while, but they eventually over time you're going to need to have an in-person party. And a lot of people have to create samples. They need to put together things to get to hand out to people. And all these types of things take up time. So we're trying to create time. We're trying to create time and wealth, right? So you can spend time doing what you love doing in life, which is usually being with your family and doing things or traveling or whatever it is that you're passionate about. Okay, and we already talked about this. Do you have space for storage or inventory? Because it will see how the jewelry here adding up, it will start collecting. And you need to be able to find your product quickly. And I don't know, I know for Avon and some of these other places, the company will ship it to the people. So if you do this and you know this answer, then feel free to tell me below, because I don't have all the answers on these because I'm not currently doing any of these right now. But I have done them in the past, and I know that Avon, my girlfriend who did Avon and the girlfriend who did Mary Kay, you would have to come to her house and pick up the products. So whatever your customers are ordering, you're also going to have storage for that, or you're going to have to spend money to ship it to them if you get tired of sitting it around. If they can't get to your house, what if you have a friend that lives in another state, or another country even, you might have to ship it to them. So these are also things you need to consider, is that you have to put time in getting the orders together. You have to make sure you're home when they want their product to come pick it up. I personally think it's a great hobby or a great socializing event. thing, to catch up with your friends, to stay in touch with your friends. I think it's pretty awesome. Personally, I don't think it's a great way of building wealth. It's a great way to try out different products. If you like a certain company and you want to try out their products, it's also a great way. Now, Sagency is one that I have done, and this is a lot of makeup products, and I use their lipstick, so I sold their lipstick. I wouldn't say I would become wealthy from it, but I like that product. I would get a lot of free samples, and I didn't mark up my price too much because they're already ridiculously priced. But they started out in a quarterly fee of like $60. They don't require you to sell. It's been a while since I've been in there, but when I was there, they didn't require us to sell a certain amount every month. But they do want you to buy more product every 3 months. So that's a lot of these companies do this kind of thing. So if you don't sell it and you just use it, then you're going to end up with a big inventory. Now, this isn't so bad because these are small products, so it didn't take up a lot of space. I also had a friend who did Pampered Chef, and this can take up some space. And I do believe they are considered an MLM company, but you would have to find that out for yourself. I don't know a whole lot about that. I might do separate videos on all of these later on. I don't know. This is just a shorty on all of them. But maybe I'll do them, separate them all in depth and cover them. Of course, I'm not going to know all the answers because I'm not going to spend all my money investing in these. I have done the Amway thing, and that is definitely considered a pyramid scheme. It is super high sales tactics, almost like selling timeshare condos. It's quite unbelievable. If you ever go to one of their events and just go in there and sit, it's hard to walk out without signing up or buying something. It's like, if you ever been to a timeshare sales presentation, it's like nothing you've ever seen, and you really have to be on guard, and you have to have your emotions in check because you will walk away with a timeshare, or in this case, signing up to sell whatever they're trying to get you to buy. They're going to put the fancy cars up and all the major things trying to convince you you're going to become wealthy, when in reality it's the people at the top of this pyramid scheme that become the wealthy ones. If you can get yourself up to the wealthy ones, up at the top of that pyramid scheme by recruiting people under you, that's how you will make your money. And most of us already know this. But if you're just looking for a hobby, make some extra cash, get some free products, hey, I think this is an awesome little job. You might even get some tax write-offs for it for 2 or 3 years. I do believe after 3 years you're going to need to show a profit. I'm not a tax consultant, but I believe that's the rules unless they change it. So you could do it up to 3 years, and then you're going to need to show a profit. So if you can show a profit, then you can keep writing it off on your taxes. So that could be another benefit, maybe not a con, but all right, so let's see. You just want to stay at home, make some extra cash. Now, I do know some people that have been successful, but it depends on what you consider successful. What is success for you? Okay, we're going ahead to this one. What is your definition of being successful or wealthy? Is $300 a month considered wealthy or successful to you? I mean, if that is, then hey, this is your thing, okay? I do know, I got to stop saying but I do know people that make about that, for sure. Not doing hardly anything at all. They can make a good $300 a month. Because you have people that are devoted to this, Avon and Mary Kay, who are devoted customers, and you can keep them coming back forever, for life. And you can just make some money, off of that. You can get free products. They'll send you free samples and stuff, and you can give it to all your friends, or you can keep it for yourself. Do you consider $3,000 a month successful? Now, I do know people that have done this, and they're considered directors in Scentsy. that do make that kind of money, 3,000 a month. But I'm not. But I'm saying it will take a while, and they are at the top. And what they consider a lot of time is like 5 or 6 years doing this business. So if you're willing to put in that kind of time, devotion, and recruiting people, because they have a lot of people under them. I'm talking like 1,000 or more people under them. Okay, they can make 3,000 to 6,000 a month, maybe even. I don't know about 6,000, but I do know at least 3,000 a month. So what I'm told, because I'm not currently doing this, is it takes time, dedication. You have to be devoted, and if you're going to be a team leader in these type of roles where you have a lot of people under you, you're going to need to keep your people motivated. I mean, not that you have to go out of your way and be crazy with your time motivating people, but you need to, you might need to do some videos, some YouTube videos, help them stay encouraged so they don't quit, so they keep selling, so you keep making money, right? You need to be able to handle rejection too, because you're in sales and everybody's not going to want whatever you're selling. It's going to take time, dedication, as with most things. You're going to need to set aside a certain amount of time every week to focus on your business. And I don't know how much time that's going to be. You know, you'll have to decide that. An hour or two, 5 hours. But nothing good comes easy. So just so you know. Okay, so that's basically my little video today. It was a little bit longer than I expected. But hopefully you all got something out of this and gave you some ideas. And I didn't want to dissuade you too much from doing this because there are a lot of successful people. And maybe some of them will be watching this video and can comment below. You can leave your link to your stores if you have them for somebody to check out. I don't usually block people for doing that. The only time I really block people is if they get nasty with one another and start cussing at one another, or cussing at me, or just creating a lot of negativity. This is not the negativity channel here. This is like motivating each other to keep moving on. Okay, so that's it. I thank you all for watching.